All right, hey everybody, this is Tara Taglianti, and I'm back with another video today. And this is a meeting with the Claires. All right, no, not the lady that was like your elementary school secretary in the principal's office, you know, not that Claire. But this is, there's like, there's a eight different ways that has been like documented over time in which people can perceive things beyond the five senses. And here's the thing, in this video, this is not, for me, this is not the end all be all, because what if we have other senses that we haven't even begun to tap into yet? Like this is, for me, this is like an infinite subject. But here's like over time, this is what's been like documented and studied and just noticed in people who can perceive things beyond the five senses. So there's clairvoyance, which is clear seeing. So every clair I say, it just means clear. Okay, so clairvoyance is clear seeing. So this is someone who perceives things in their mind's eye. Like you can probably get like pictures or images or colors and stuff like that. You see the extra awareness about things. Claircognizance is clear knowing. That's when you have just the knowing, like you just straight up, you're like, I know for a fact that this is what it is, right? You know? All right. Clairaudience, clear hearing. So that's when you hear things, people who hear things, right? You hear about people hearing voices or, you know, and it can come from within and it can come from external, right? So people be hearing stuff and it ain't crazy. All right. So clair empathy. So that is, like, clear emotional feeling, like you're tapped into other people's emotions. Clairsentience, that's clear physical feeling. So clairsentience, it's like if you're working on another person's body, a lot of times, even for me, my body will mimic something else going on in the person's body that I'm working on. So if they have an ache in their hip and I'm working on them energetically, or they're on a table in front of me and I'm working on them, I'll start to sense a pain in my hip, and then I know where to go and what to ask them. Cool? Cool. So then we have clairtangency, which is clear touching. So you sense the touch, you sense things via touch. And like when you hold something of someone else's, like some mediums, they'll like hold a loved one's object that maybe have crossed over, and then they get like a whole download all about that person. It's really cool. And then we have clairsalience. So that's clear smelling. And now sometimes people will get smells in, you know, they'll go somewhere and they'll get a smell, and then all of a sudden they'll just be reminded of like grandma's perfume, who grandma has passed away, but there's no one around you wearing that perfume, but all of a sudden you smell it. You think of grandma. Do you think grandma would be around you at that moment trying to get your attention? Maybe. So then we have clairgustance. I don't even say it right, but that's clear tasting. So I once had a conversation with a friend who was also a medium, and all of a sudden at the end of the call, he was like, Tara, did someone pass who was a smoker? And I was like, oh yeah, that's grandma. My grandma smoked, and he was just like, yeah, because I'm getting the taste of cigarettes in my mouth. So that's an example of clairgustance. So there's you know, I don't want to, like I said, it's not, if you may perceive things in a completely different way. Like I've even read somewhere that we can hear, we don't just hear with our ears, we hear with our whole body, and that we hear through our skin, you know. So, I mean, like I said, this is not just, I don't want to limit people to just these 8 things, because what else is possible, right? But these are some of the ways that most of us, most people who have extrasensorial abilities. These are just some of the ways that you can perceive different things, different energies, and use them as a superpower. Okay, so that was today's video. So tomorrow, stay tuned to my next video because we're going to go more into the superpower. But here's the thing, right? A lot of people who are different and have these kinds of abilities tend to have this like inherent wrongness about themselves. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Like, what if your wrongness is a strongness? So stay tuned. And if you'd like my watch page, and you can also join my group here on Facebook, Out of the In Crowd. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Tara, and I am out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.